network X. It has been imported now. What we will do is there is a function available in this library network X, that is complete graph. And in this graph, simply you have to pass the number of nodes for which you want to see the complete graph. So let's first of all create a complete graph for 3 nodes. But this function cannot be accessed without using this nx. So with the help of nx dot complete graph, we can see the graph has been created. So now just store it in G. And if I display G, we'll get the same information, right? So this is the graph having this address ID. Okay. So now let's see how the graphs look like. So for that, we have a function nx dot draw, in which we will pass the graph. Let's see. Now see, we can see that the graph has been created. This is a graph, complete graph of 3 nodes. Now let's say I want to change the color of the node. For that, what I'll do is, before that, let's create different graphs for different nodes. So I'll copy this simply. I will also copy this command. I'll simply change the number here, and we'll create a complete graph for 4 nodes. And we can see that a complete graph for 4 nodes has been created. Simply, now we can create a complete graph for any number of nodes. But my intention to create this tutorial is to make you understand how in real life the dense graph looks like. So initially I'm just teaching you this thing for the smaller nodes, small number of nodes. So here we can see that I have created a complete graph having 3 nodes. Then we have a complete graph for 4 nodes. Similarly, we have a complete graph for 5 nodes, right? Now there is one more command which is basically used to see the number of nodes, edges, and the graph information. So let me show you something. So in a complete graph, if we have n nodes, then the number of edges is n into n minus 1 by 2. So if there are 3 nodes, then the number of edges will be 3 according to the formula. If we put the values there, if the value of n is 4, then the edges will be 6, and when the value of n will be 5, it will be 10. As we can see in this also, that the edges are increasing with the number of nodes. Now let's see how the graph will look like when the number of nodes are 10. You can see the graph is very dense. So now here what we will do is we will see this graph which is available for 10 nodes, and we can see the density of the graphs are increasing as the number of nodes are increasing. See, the density is increasing as the number of nodes are increasing. Now let's give some color to this. So we have to change the parameters here in the draw function, not in the complete graph, but because in the complete graph function, we will be always inputting only the number of nodes for which we have to plot the complete graph. Now here I will use with labels. Earlier I used capital true for this, or I can even write 1. True or 1 means the same, and I give a node color to this. Let's give red color to this. Now we'll see that this is our new graph, and earlier the nodes were not labeled, as you can see, but here in this graph the nodes are labeled, and they have been labeled from, there are 10 nodes, so they have been labeled from 0 to 9, right? And the color is red. Now let's check it for higher number of nodes. Now check it for 20 and see what happens. See the density, how dense it is looking. Now coming to 50. And as the number of nodes are increasing, we will also see that it will take some time to, get the graph to be plotted. Now see here. You can see for 50 nodes, the graph looked like this, and how dense it is. So can you imagine the real graphs can you imagine the real social networks? If I talk about Facebook is a network, and there are so many people who are connected from one account to the other account. So there are millions and billions of node, and we all are attached to each other in one or the other way, right? So can you imagine the density of the graphs in real life? This is just a graph for 50 nodes. Now, when I plot it for 100 nodes, let's see for 100 nodes, see it is taking some time, and see how again the density of the graph is in such a way that we can't even see the edges, right? And finally, let's check it for 1000 nodes, and we will see that while plotting a complete graph for 1000 nodes, it is going to take some amount of time. Now see, we are not getting the result. It is going to take some time, and you can see this star, which is saying that this particular code is getting processed. So to plot 1000 nodes, because edges have to be created between the different nodes, and if I talk about one node of, if I talk about a complete graph having 1000 nodes, one node has to be connected to 999 nodes, 999 nodes. So it is going to take a lot of time for processing this. And let's wait for it, because I want to show you that the complexity increases as the number of nodes increases, and that is why we need processors with high computation so that the results can be calculated fast. So in real life, when we are working on projects where the number of nodes and computation is high, there we really need systems which are having high computation power, right? It's taking some time. So by the time it is getting processed, let's have a quick review about what we have learned today. So simply to create a complete graph, we have a function simple complete underscore graph, in which we are going to pass only one parameter, and that parameter is your number of nodes. Now when you pass it, you see that on a complete graph of 3 nodes have been created, but that is unlabeled because we have not passed the parameter with labels, and the by default color is blue. Now coming to the next point, again we have plotted it for 4 nodes, and we can see that the number of edges are increasing. Then for 5 nodes, again the edges are increasing. This we have also studied in graph theory. Now coming to the nodes, coming to the complete graph having 10 nodes. So with the increase of number of nodes, the density of the graph is increasing. Now we have an option that we can give the labels to the complete graph. So with underscore labels, if we pass 1 or 2, then we can also see the node name, and we are passing a different color to this. So I have passed R, otherwise it will give me a by default blue color. Let's see if it has been processed or not. Yeah, it got processed. Now see the complete graph for 1000 nodes. So it's really a good feeling to see how a dense network look like. But in real life, it's not about 1000; it is about millions and billions. And there, it is going to take a lot of time, and for that, we really need high processing computers, right? So this tutorial was all about plotting a complete graph, but my concern was to actually make you understand the density of the graph. So in the coming tutorials, we will be learning about many more aspects of graph that we will discuss in every tutorial one by one. So that's all for today. Thank you so much.